You ever heard of a place where it rains iron? Yeah. Not water, not snow, not diamonds. Molten metal, falling from the sky. Sounds like the plot of a sci-fi blockbuster, right? But this isn't fiction. It's very, very real. Meet WASP-76b, a planet so extreme it breaks almost every rule we thought planets followed. A world where the skies glow orange, the winds rage faster than bullets, and sunset means an iron thunderstorm. Let's take a trip there. Just maybe bring a heat shield. WASP-76b lives about 640 light-years away from us in a quiet patch of sky called the constellation Pisces. It's what astronomers call a hot Jupiter, a gas giant roughly twice the size of Jupiter, but orbiting so close to its star that it's practically being cooked alive. To give you an idea, Earth orbits the Sun from 150 million kilometers away. WASP-76b orbits its star from just a few million kilometers. That's so close, it completes one full orbit, one entire year, in less than 2 Earth days. Imagine celebrating your birthday every 48 hours. That's how fast it's racing around its star. But here's where it gets wild. Because it's so close to its star, WASP-76b is tidally locked, which means one side of the planet always faces the star, and the other side is trapped in eternal darkness. So one hemisphere lives in permanent daylight, while the other never sees the light of its own sun. No sunsets, no mornings, just endless day and endless night. On the day side, the temperature soars beyond 2,400 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to vaporize metals, melt rocks, and literally turn the atmosphere into a chemical soup. On the night side, it's still scorching, but hundreds of degrees cooler, and that temperature difference is what drives one of the most violent weather systems in the universe. Let's talk about the headline act, iron rain. When iron on the hot side vaporizes, it gets caught up in superheated winds that whip across the planet. These winds are believed to reach speeds of 8,000 kilometers per hour. That's more than 6 times faster than sound. So imagine molten iron vapor carried by hurricane-force winds into the dark side of the planet. And once it reaches that cooler region, the vapor cools, condenses, and just like water on Earth, falls as rain. Except here, it's raining liquid metal. Molten droplets falling from clouds made of vaporized iron, every drop hissing, glowing, and vanishing into the darkness below. It's not just weather, it's apocalyptic beauty. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth did scientists figure all this out? We can't exactly send a weather balloon to a planet 640 light-years away. The answer is spectroscopy, basically studying the light that comes from the planet's atmosphere. When the planet passes in front of its star, a tiny fraction of the starlight filters through its atmosphere. By analyzing the wavelengths that get absorbed or reflected, astronomers can tell what elements are present. And when the ESO's Very Large Telescope in Chile looked at WASP-76b, they spotted a clear signature of iron gas, but only on one side of the planet. That told them something wild was happening. Something like metal vapor condensing out of the air and raining down. In other words, they caught the universe in the act of doing something that sounds like it came straight out of a fantasy novel. WASP-76b challenges how we even define weather. Here on Earth, weather means clouds, storms, rainfall, things tied to water. But across the cosmos, weather can mean anything. Methane rain on Titan, diamond storms on Neptune, and yes, iron rain on WASP-76b. It reminds us that every planet has its own version of normal. Our blue skies and gentle rain? That's just one of infinite ways the universe experiments with chemistry. And that's what makes exoplanets like this so fascinating. They're not just distant dots of light. They're laboratories showing us what physics looks like when it's pushed to the extreme. Now imagine standing there somehow surviving those temperatures. You'd see a sky split in two, a horizon blazing white-orange on one side, and absolute black on the other. Above you, clouds of vaporized metal churn like molten storms. Every gust of wind carries sparks of iron, and somewhere in that darkness, lightning flashes silently through metallic clouds. And when the wind dies, you'd hear the slow, rhythmic patter of molten iron droplets falling through the thick, burning air. A world that literally bleeds metal. It's haunting and beautiful. A reminder that even destruction can have its own poetry. But here's the real reason this discovery matters. It shows us that the universe is more creative than we are. Every time we build a theory, every time we say planets can't exist that close to their stars, or nothing could survive those temperatures, space proves us wrong. We find worlds that rain glass sideways, planets that float in darkness without stars, and others that burn so bright they'd melt steel in seconds. WASP-76b is more than just a curiosity. It's a window into how diverse, how limitless reality really is. And the best part? We're just getting started. With telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope, we can study these worlds in greater detail. Not just what rains from their skies, but what swirls in their cores, what kind of magnetic fields they have, and whether other, even stranger worlds might exist out there. Some scientists believe we'll soon discover planets that rain molten glass, that snow diamonds, that have lava oceans stretching across continents. And each one will teach us a little more about how creative and chaotic the cosmos can be. I think what's really fascinating here is how discoveries like this make us look at ourselves. Because we live on this fragile, perfect planet where rain is gentle, air is breathable, and the light of our sun doesn't melt metal out of the sky. When we see worlds like WASP-76b, we realize how lucky we are, how rare and balanced Earth really is. It's a perspective shift, a cosmic reality check that says, our normal isn't normal at all. It's a miracle. Somewhere out there, under a sky of burning clouds, iron falls like rain, painting a planet in molten light. And while it sounds terrifying, it's also kind of poetic, because that's what the universe does. It creates beauty even in the harshest, most impossible places. So next time you step outside during a light rain, just remember, somewhere far beyond our reach, it's raining metal. And that, my friend, is the universe reminding us that reality will always outdo imagination. If that kind of cosmic wonder makes your brain light up, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Galactic Boss, where we explore worlds that shouldn't exist, phenomena that bend reality, and the stories that make the universe feel alive. Because here, science isn't just knowledge, it's pure awe.